Hey, what's up, Kabroda crew? Welcome back to the live stream. Just gonna be doing about the same thing as always, checking out the what the battle box has to say about the market, and yeah, get right into it. Uh, Exciting to see some people in the chat today. Good morning to y'all. Hopefully you're having a good one. Yeah, let's just head on over to our screen, check it out. So I got bookmap pulled up today, so the report will actually show up today. So we'll see how much that changes what the battle box has today. Um, but yeah, for now let's just head right on over to Trading View and get started for today. Um, so yesterday we had a nice little semi breakout. We kind of had that breakdown like I was talking about yesterday in the live stream. I was saying that double top was forming on the 1 hour. We got the breakdown here. Uh, it wasn't quite like crazy double top like you can see here. It kind of had that double top. It acted like it was going to break down. It really started to, and then it broke back up and actually ended up kind of flipping it and breaking that double top pattern. So we ended up that ended up not filling out. But if you were kind of in the smaller time frames, you definitely could have gotten a trade off of that. Um, but as for the battle box, it never really came back and did a nice retest here. So we never got a decent trade off of that. And then you come up, we did get a decent trade here. We got to break out here, retested here, and then broke up. Not high at all, but you could have gotten a small trade. Really not on a lot. 0.8 if you were crazy good at getting out. If you got out, yeah, I mean that's really 0.8. Really, you would have gotten out at break even though if you were or a little bit above break even if you were getting out the worst time ever. So, not a great trade, not the worst trade either though. Then it kind of just broke back into our no man's land and just kind of sat there the rest of the day. So nothing super exciting yesterday. Bitcoin's kind of taking a break after that last major run up to like 120 something. So, yeah, nothing great. For now, though, I'm going to turn off all my lines and we're going to get our fixed ranges set up. So, delete these. If y'all have seen the stream before, you remember fixed range is always 4 down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Go down, get the fixed range volume profile. You're going to go from 3 o'clock the previous day to, 7 o'clock the previous day to 7 o'clock. Oops. We'll just delete that one. We'll get a new one. 7 o'clock the previous day. So I'm going to go to a higher time frame so this is a little easier. 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Go. Then we got our first set of lines, so I'm going to turn those back on. And then we're going to grab our, well, I went way too far back, didn't I? 7 o'clock the previous day would be the 22nd. There we go. That's more accurate. Alright, and then we're going to grab our, first let's turn off some of these lines so I can actually see what's going on. So we'll put our, let's just get rid of our daily support and daily resistance. Okay, now we can clearly see all our lines. So we got the 24-hour VAL. We're going to throw that on that blue line. The POC we're going to throw on the orange line. And then we got our VAH, volume area high, we're going to throw on the red line. And I'll zoom in, make sure those are all pretty close to lined up. So I'm going to adjust this one up a little bit, adjust this one up a little bit. And then that one's good. And we'll take a screenshot of that. And we'll go to the 1 hour, make it look a lot nicer. And that'll be our first screenshot to kind of show the levels for show our fixed range levels for the longer time frame, and then we'll actually turn these off. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to turn back on. So these are our smaller time frame ones, and so we're going to take this now and we're going to drag it to 3 o'clock this morning, and then that will be our smaller time frame morning levels, I guess you could say. So we're going to throw the volume area high on that. There, and then we're going to take the POC, and that's going to go yellow line again. Our volume area low is going to go on the blue line. Get our screenshot, paste that into our chat GPT, and then we'll take this off here, and now we should be good for the rest of our screenshots. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off, and then I'm just going to get a bare chart for, double click all these for all of our screenshots. So we're going to go to the 4 hour, get our first one, screenshot the 4 hour, throw that into our thing. Then we're going to get the 1 hour screenshot. Like we always say, if you have a quad view, this makes it a lot easier. You can get the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute all into one screenshot, and it makes it so much easier. But the reason we do it like this in the live stream is so that everybody can see how to do it, even if you don't have the expensive version of TradingView. Alright, so you got the 4 main screenshots and then our 2 extra ones for the other thing. I'm going to grab our bookmap screenshot real fast. Got that in there, and then the last thing that we're going to need is 30-minute candles. So if we go to 30-minute, you hover over 730, and then up at the top under where it says Kabroda on the live stream, but there's an H and an L, and right under that right under our Kabroda thing, there's an H and an L, and if you hover over the bar, the numbers next to them are the high and the low for the candle that you're hovering over. So we're going to type in 30-minute, go back to ChatGPT, we'll type in 30-minute candle, and I'm just going to put dot dot dot, and then we're going to put the high, and that is going to be 118,563. Okay, and then our low will be low is going to be 117,749. All right, so we got all of our stuff on there. bookmap, everything's on there. So we're going to go ahead and send it in and see what it says for today. So Echo's ready. 30-minute candle opening range. Blah, blah, blah. We know what those are. We're inside a moderate range window, usable for execution, but not as breakdown logic baseline. So going back to trading view, check out what the chart says today. So 4 hour, we got sideways chop just above the key MA, so it was just above the 21, but it's like essentially just sitting right there on the 21. MACD is crossing bearish, flattening. It technically hasn't crossed bearish, but it is flattening out, getting ready to cross bearish. RSI is rolling down under the yellow line here, and you can see the yellow line starting to take that curve, especially if we zoom in, you see it curving there. So not a good sign for the 4 hour. And then stoaches are also falling down, so 4 hour is very weak, definitely consolidation zone. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to go down here. It just means that we could see a lot more sideways price action, especially if we're getting like a nice flag like something like this. So typically you'd see that, and then you'd see the there. That would probably take us up to like 25. Oh, way past 125. All right. Yeah. So I don't know. Like that's always an estimate, but essentially that's what we're looking at it doing. If you really wanted to be more conservative about it, you could say start it here. So 130. But I don't know. It just looks like it's gonna consolidate more on the 4 hour. We're looking bearish, but like I said, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're gonna just tank it down. But it does mean we could run sideways here for a little bit on the 4 hour at least. And then we got the 1 hour price rejected 21 MA, so that's right there. Price went down below it, tried to test it here, rejected it again, broke down through that 200. Now we're sitting below it again. You got the MACDs, we got that red. This candle is turning upwards, so we could see it flatten out, kind of change direction back up again. RSI is flattening near 40, so we got the purple lines flattening. Yellow is still tanking down though, so that could purple line you could see retest this yellow and then keep tanking down with it. Stoaches are actually at the bottom, starting to turn back up, so not terrible. Essentially, ChatGPT's or our battle box is saying that we're looking at a downtrend continuation unless we see some volume and reclamation of the MAs here, and we see some stuff start turning around. We're looking at more of a downtrend for the 1 hour. 15-minute. So we got the bounce near the 118.3 K shelf. So yeah, right where the 200 and the 21 are. We had that nice breakdown here. Tried to reclaim it, didn't make it. Breakdown. Prices below all the MAs now. Weak compression near the resistance shelf. So I don't know where that resistance shelf is. Let's turn back on all our stuff. So we got our basic levels for today. So we are below our breakdown line. Not great. 5-minute. We got a stalled bounce. CVD still negative. So we had the bounce here, and then broke back down below the 21 again, which means and then we couldn't reclaim it here when we tried. We'll see if it continues down or if it does end up trying to reclaim it again. We got the MACD rolling back over, so still bullish, but it does look like it could be starting to become neutral bullish. Going to turn back bull or neutral bearish. Going to turn back bullish. RSI is currently down still, below 50. You got the yellow line continue to go down. It does look like it's kind of flattening a little bit, but for right now, that's still a very bearish sign. And then you got the stoaches in a bearish. They started to curl bullish again, and then now they're curling back down to being bearish. You can't even see that. There you go. Curling down here. And then here we got the curl up and then down bearish side. All right, volume layering, FRVP zones. So from the 24-hour, we got those all lined up. The breakout trigger is going to be 118,600. So basically right where our line is there, and then the volume area low is going to be our breakdown at 118,099. So yep, right there. Daily resistance, so we'll throw those back on. Daily resistance is going to be at 118,936. Oh, that's resistance. Sorry, I'm doing support first. So we're going to be looking at 117,430. Way down there. And then daily resistance. So where's that one? That one is going to be at 118,936. So we were watching it a little bit ago. We could have gotten into this move here, the breakdown right here below the, well, below our breakdown. Broke through it, came back up, retested. This would have been our first trade of the day, essentially. So got our short. Probably could have gotten a 1-to-1 for sure out of that. But we'll pull it out to a 3-to-1 just for fun. They got our 3-to-1 on there. That would be the trade that we would have probably looked at most likely this morning, but as of right now, you could get into it and just take a little bit of a move. You just got to know you're not going to make a ton, and I'd still put your stop way out here. But and again, not financial advice. We're just chatting on here. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, so do your own research. But yeah, that's kind of what I'd be looking at right now. All right, let's see what we got. CPI came harder than forecast. So let's see if we actually got CPI on Google here. So I'm gonna go over there and check it out real fast. So maybe that was yesterday. Powell did speak yesterday. I don't know when CPI was. I don't know what it's talking about. But ChatGPT is saying that there's a CPI forecast. It's saying that at 8:15 FOMC bar speaks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it got that, but I don't see anything on the actual website. So, um, I guess be cautious, but don't be too worried about the uh what it's saying about that for right now. We'll have to check that later, see why it came up with that. Execution outlet. So we're looking at it more of a bearish price action. Price is trading outside the value under the VWAP. With compression under the FRVP shelf. 30-minute range is low, aligns with breakdown trigger, and sellers are still aggressive. Bookmap shows side sell dominance above 118, 200. So yeah, according to Bookmap, Bookmap does have a big red at 125, but we are also looking at one. Can you see it? We're getting about 116ish. For like that'd be a nice target. So actually, let's look at TradingView. Where are we actually at on our trade? Boom. So actually, that would actually be probably a pretty nice trade right there. That break down to here. Bookmap's calling 116. Has some major orders at there, so there'd be a lot of volume trying to take it down to there to kind of knock people out of their orders. 116. So high likelihood we'd come down here. There's another one at 116,500, so you could see a breakdown to like here ish area. But either way, that'd be a pretty decent move down there, especially if you're in this trade. You get like a 2.5 to 3 to 1. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, definitely something to watch out for. Yeah, we got a weekly midpoint around 18,750 rejected, no relation there. Weekly drift. Weekly volume very low near 11700. Net magnet breakdown confirmed. So it's saying that there's a weekly volume area low around the 1700 area. So that could be a nice magnet if we continue to break down, and we got to see it break the support with good volume. But you could see that 1700. So you kind of got three levels. You got the 1700, you got the 16500, and then you got the 1600 level. But uh, according to Bookmap, there's a lot more volume at the 16500, 1600 level. So that's what I'd be kind of looking for. It's never for sure that it's going to go down there, but that's definitely a more likely area. The 1700, yeah, that's a great area to look for. What you could see is it go down, wick really hard to like 16,500, kind of like stop some people out, and then come back straight back up and like hang out around that 1700 level where it's going to bounce. But we'll see kind of what price action does today. Yeah, that's essentially it for the daily market recap. I'm gonna kind of get a screenshot and see what ChatGPT thinks about this trade here, and then if y'all have any questions, I'll answer those, and then probably be it for the live stream today. I'm gonna try to get those levels posted on X. Or we didn't actually get them posted yesterday, but we're for sure going to try to post them today. So be on the lookout for that, especially if you want the levels. I'm going to throw this trade into ChatGPT. Say, All right, so we got our trade, and then I asked it, "What do you think of this trade?" I saw the breakdown on the VAL breakdown level and the retest on the 5 minute. See what ChatGPT says about it. See what our battle box says. So your short entry setup looks well structured, follows the battle box trade logic for an object level execution. Trigger level honored, retest confirmed, bias synced, target context. So the one thing that it's saying is that the RSI is oversold, or stochastic. Sorry, not the regular RSI. Volume reduction. So certainly should wait for stronger volume, but it's going off whatever screenshots I sent it a while ago, so the volume might be off a little bit. You're in the trade structure, but edge may fade if price closes above. So yeah, we're watching for it to break back above that. All right, so basically what it's saying is, great trade. We're watching for if it breaks back above this, that's when you get out. But for right now, it's looking pretty nice. Like it's gonna see a nice drop down. Yeah, essentially, pretty nice setup. It's just yeah, you gotta watch out for that breakup here. But yeah, um, it does think it's a pretty good trade. So that's definitely that was our battle box system playing out right there. We'll kind of watch it the rest of the day, see if it actually breaks out. But for now, that's exactly what we're looking for. That's what we're trying to get whenever we do this daily market recap. So, um, yeah, I mean, if y'all wanted to see the battle box system, that's it playing out right now. So we'll see kind of what happens. But yeah, you'll have to watch that for today. We'll see what happens in the live stream tomorrow. Probably talk about this trade. See how it plays out. Again, all this is not financial advice, so you could see that breakdown. But it also could go back up. So make your own decisions, do your own research, and yeah. I guess that's really it for the live stream today. A little bit of a short one compared to what we have been doing. So, yeah. Happy trading, guys. I'll see you all in the next one.